You wouldn't believe how realistic AI voice is getting today. I bet you didn't realize this is not my real voice.
Or maybe you did because you're pretty smart and that wasn't actually that good. But the real question here is, can AI voice kill freelance voiceover altogether? Hi, I'm James and I'm a top-selling voiceover artist on Fiverr.com. I wanted to talk to you about something that comes up a little bit more frequently than I kind of expected, but maybe I should have expected it, and that is AI voice. I've had a few clients now, when they talk to me, they actually go ahead and ask the question, is this AI? No, it's not. And sometimes I've even had people ask me to take a video in the booth when I record just to make sure that they're getting a real live human. For some people, it's really hard to tell the difference. Now, would I say that this is happening all the time? No, it's probably 1 out of maybe 100 clients actually ask, and 1 out of 1,000 actually have a problem. I've had 2 times when people actually claim that I'm using AI voice when I'm not, and it gets into a bit of an antagonistic relationship. One of them actually ended up being a canceled order. So that, like I said, it's about 1 out of 1,000. But is it a problem? A little bit. Is it affecting me? Not as much, and here's why. And here's what you can do to avoid it too. The reason why it doesn't affect me maybe as much as others is because I have maybe a kind of a weird voice. It doesn't sound exactly like all the AI on the internet, and also I'm not doing impressions. I'm not trying to sound like Morgan Freeman or Christopher Walken or any of these famous impressions, Owen Wilson. What I'm trying to do is just deliver lines with my voice and give the right kind of feeling, emotions, and tones, and smacking the microphone and doing all that fun stuff. What I'm not trying to do is emulate anybody else, and that's where AI voice really exceeds. AI voice is really, really good at emulating somebody else's voice, right? But it's not so good at getting the intricacies of what sounds normal to the human ear, which is why we can still pick up on it when it's not a real human voice. What's really weird here, though, is that for some applications, like I think YouTube Shorts and TikToks and all the sort of short content on the internet, AI voice is now so normalized that it's actually better to use AI voice than to use a real human in a lot of cases. Because when we hear an AI voice, it's something that we're so used to on those platforms that it kind of lulls us into, okay, this is a normal TikTok where they know what they're doing. And if somebody actually uses a real voice, sometimes we can check out and kind of go like, oh, this is going to be crap, and we skip past it, right? So it's about fitting the medium. And right now, long form content on YouTube, advertisements, radio, TV, this is all supposed to be real voices still, and we know right away when it's not. So if you're doing a longer video on YouTube talking about something, it's a documentary style, it's an explainer, it's a top 10 list, we still expect to hear a human voice, right? So we are not dead in the water as voiceover artists. There's still lots of work to be done. Is there lots of applications where companies could go to AI voice? Yeah, there is. So we are losing a little bit of our work overall, but I think there's still a lot coming in. Now, if somebody is claiming that you are AI, what are some quick, easy ways to sort of prove that you're not? The very first one, I hate to say it, but the first one is throw a webcam in your voiceover booth. Then they're going to see that you actually did perform the work. Now, I don't want to do this on every single read that I do, of course, but once in a while, if you have to, this is a good way to go. And in a more preventative way, instead of as a solution, a preventative way of stopping people from thinking that you are AI is actually just leaving some breaths. When we go through and we add our chains to our voiceover, leaving some breaths in to let people know that we're human is something that does differentiate us pretty well from AI, because AI don't need to breathe. And at the moment, I don't think they really add that in yet. Now, it's something that probably will be added in with sort of like realism in AI voice. For right now, I think we're still safe on that front. So keep doing that a little bit. Of course, some clients do want to have like a really clean read without breaths. You do have to kind of read that and figure out what they want, what they need, and remove those breaths if that's something that they really want. But leaving a little bit of breathing might actually help you here. So how do you stand out and how do you not sort of behave like an AI? The best way is just to give your authentic self to your reads. So whatever your normal voice is, whatever it is that you sound like on a day-to-day basis, hopefully you emulate that within your reads. Of course, we always put on a little bit of a character to suit the read that we're doing. but use your natural voice. People want to hear your natural voice. They bought your voice for a reason. Use it, right? You're not supposed to be a machine, an AI. So be human. That's how we differentiate ourselves for now. In the future, AI is going to get so good that this might not even be a possibility. Maybe there will be some kind of a niche that, oh man, we used a real voice for this video. I hope so. But I think there will come a time when there really isn't a job for us here anymore, which is really kind of sad because I've been able to make a living doing this and it's been pretty great. But how long until that happens? It's really hard to say. It depends on how much work is done in this. And right now, I think we're a little bit lucky that a lot more work is going into other kinds of sort of AI application, like the sort of chatbot AIs and also image and video creation. But with that, they're going to start getting more audio in there as well. All fields are sort of booming right now in AI. And of course, sort of rising tide rises all ships, that idea. This is going to get taken over too. So be aware of that. It's not going to be long until...
Now these future folk come in and we can't get work nowhere. They took our jobs. They took your jobs.
So my verdict is, if this is something that you're trying to get into, it's not too late. Jump into it, try it, make some demos, get yourself out there, keep working on it if it's something you're doing already, obviously. And don't be too scared about the whole voice AI thing, but be prepared for some clients to definitely ask you some questions because it does come up. It does come up, and it's only going to come up more and more as we move forward. So think about some ways that you can prevent it. Think about some ways that you can explain and show that you really are a human. From there, you'll be pretty good. I hope this helped you in some way. If it did, hit like, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.